It's a new concept on the Louisville restaurant scene.
It's really, really good stuff.
Fresh, made from scratch, slow food, served fast.
We're trying to give people little bits of luxury every day.
Right now on Secrets of Louisville Chefs, meet a local man who's turned years of experience in fine dining restaurants into a thriving business built on tacos.
Taco Punk.
And there's a lot more to these tacos than meets the eye. They're darn good and good for you.
You know, whatever you need, we got it here.
Vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, they've got you covered. And we're unwrapping the secrets so you can make Taco Punk's most popular dishes at home.
Little secret weapon there.
It's Secrets of Louisville Chefs, Fresh Mex style, and it starts right now.
The secret is
Secrets. Secrets.
Give you one more secret.
Secrets.
that's the secret, yeah. It's another good secret.
Hi again, everybody. Kevin Harned with you with another edition of Secrets of Louisville Chefs, the show that takes you into the kitchens of your favorite local restaurants. This time, we're along historic Market Street in what they've named the Nulu District. It's where one top chef has traded in fine dining for tacos.
Behind the scenes at Taco Punk, you'll find chefs making everything from scratch. From the sauces and tortillas, which are made fresh every day, and everything that goes with them.
This might look like a fast food restaurant, but in the back of the house, we're actually using culinary skill.
Gabe Souter is the owner and head chef at Taco Punk.
There's a lot of ways that you can dress your taco.
And this is something he's thought about for years while working in kitchens at places like Jack Fry's and 610 Magnolia. Now he's using the same techniques he used there, all rolled up in tortillas.
I'm still producing the highest quality food with the best possible products. The only thing that's changed is the price point and the service style.
There's a dozen different kinds of tacos on a given day at Taco Punk. Yucatan-style fish tacos, rubbed with authentic Mexican spices, smoked chicken mole tacos, pulled pork, and even vegetarian tacos.
We kind of joke that Taco Punk is a health restaurant that's dressed up as a Mexican restaurant. Whatever you need, we got it here. All of our sides are vegetarian. 4 of them are vegan.
And unlike most places, there are all kinds of gluten-free options.
You're looking at about 75% of the menu is gluten-free.
The concept and the recipes of Taco Punk are all the creation of Gabe. However, as for the name of the place, the credit for that goes to Gabe's son.
Yeah, this is my boy Ezra, and he actually named the restaurant. He called me a Taco Punk, and I thought that was a pretty good name for a restaurant, so we decided to run with it.
They're running with it all right. Since opening in the summer of 2011, Taco Punk has become a huge hit. Even the mayor is a regular here, and he's not the only one. Tortillas are flying out like hotcakes.
We're going through about 400 a day. It's a lot of tortillas.
And what's even more amazing is they're made by the minute.
On a daily basis right now, we make them pretty much to order. So anytime there's a new group in line, we'll make tortillas literally fresh for them. So there are times when we get busy and we know we're going to be busy, we'll make some ahead of time. But on a daily basis right now, we make them pretty much to order.
And these aren't your typical tortillas.
It is vegan, so we don't use any lard in it. And for a little circle of dough, it's much more complex and hard than one might think. We've got masa flour. Masa flour is basically flour that is made out of hominy. We've got masa flour, some yellow corn flour, and the secret ingredient of high gluten flour, which helps everything stay together and remain pliable. Some salt.
The flour and salt is mixed in a giant mixer, which is powered half by electricity and half by manpower.
So there's a blade in the bottom that mixes the dough, and then the blade on top folds the dough back into it and keeps the whole process going. This actually takes some effort. It takes a lot of effort, really. We add a little corn oil to that. Now we add some hot water to the process. So what that does is it helps to bind the different grains, different flours together, to come together. And then we can do five tortillas at a time. And then after those set, you put the second plate down on top. And then that's where you get, we get some nice browning action on top.
A minute later, and we're ready to go.
It's a very, very high quality, very fresh ingredient, and people are really starting to love it.
And you'll love them even more when they get filled up. Check this out.
From the smoker, we will braise the pork overnight in chicken stock, pineapple, cilantro, chilies, and some tomatillo. And then that gets pulled. So now we've got some onions going down here in the chicken fat. Onions, of course, making everything taste better. We go through probably 200 pounds of onions a week. So onions are our friends.
The pulled pork goes right on top of the sizzling onions.
And we're just gonna kind of let the natural fat of the pork melt out of there. And we get a little crispiness to it, little browning on the onions. This is our braising liquid that we've just run through the blender. So it's the combination of chilies, pineapple, chicken stock. And it really doesn't get any better than that right there, folks.
Actually, it does when it's put on one of those homemade tortillas with your favorite fixins.
All right, this is Eileen, and she's gonna make our pineapple pork taco. Once again, starting with our fresh homemade tortilla. We've got our nice pulled pork that we've crisped up, and then put our pineapple sauce on.
To that, sliced cabbage, fresh cilantro, pickled red onions, and jalapenos.
Just throw a little sour cream on that one, just for fun. It's your pork taco.
Awesome. And if you're looking for a little more heat to go with this is always a good choice. It's Taco Punk's house-made pineapple habanero salsa.
It's something that our customers really, really like. It's something unique. I've actually caught people drinking it, doing shots of it. So
It's a Taco Punk signature, but you can make it at home when you learn the secrets.
it's a great way for a home cook to get started into Mexican food. This is just fresh pineapple. Just added a little bit of water to it to get it to be able to turn.
Reserve that mixture to make some room in the blender for what comes next.
Some fresh onion, and we're gonna do some charred onion. The charred onion is one of our little secrets here. It adds a little depth of flavor to the salsas. It's actually very sweet.
Next in, gluten-free rice wine vinegar.
Got fresh lime juice.
And then the heat in the form of habanero peppers.
We take some of the seeds out of those so they're not quite as hot. Got a little of our cilantro.
That gets blended with a little salt, and then it goes right into the pineapple puree. And that's it.
This is the pineapple habanero.
Wow, great stuff. I can see why some people would just want to drink it. Oh, you can come on down to Taco Punk and give it a try for yourself, or better yet, now that you know the secrets, try making it at home. You can find the recipes for it on our website at newlocaltv.com.
And stay with us, because we have a lot more great fresh Mex secrets coming up from Taco Punk, like how to make your own salsa verde, and the secrets to authentic mole sauce, which involves chocolate of all things.
We're back with more secrets of Louisville chefs from Taco Punk right after this. Welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned. This is the show that takes you inside the kitchens at your favorite local restaurants. This time along Market Street in the revitalized Nulu district.
Every place down here has been beautifully re-envisioned and revitalized.
Gabe Souter opened Taco Punk after years of work as a chef in fine dining restaurants. In fact, back then, he lived just down the street in a much different Market Street environment.
I lived down here in 99, 2000 on Clay and Shelby just down the street, and you know, at that time it was a radically different place, and remembered looking out my window at the garage there going, somebody's got to turn that into a restaurant. And 10 years later, there it is, turned into a restaurant.
That restaurant is Garage Bar, one of the many hotspots on this part of Market Street, which is now commonly referred to as Nulu.
We all consider ourselves part of the Nulu family.
There's French food and cocktails at Ghislaine and La Coupe, seed-to-table style dining at Decca, which, by the way, has brought new life to the old Wayside Christian Mission building.
Same thing could have been said about this place. It was a junk store.
Now, as Taco Punk, it's home to authentic Mexican food, similar to that of another famous place just down the street, the Mayan Cafe, owned by Bruce Yucan.
I eat at his place and he eats at my place. I joke that Mayan Cafe is Taco Punk's prettier cousin.
Whereas the menus of the two places are much different, the Mexican authenticity is the same. And so is the dependency on local farmers who bring in fresh, top-quality ingredients.
There's no excuse now. Farmers markets have tons of meat purveyors now. I think that the quality shows. It shows in the flavor, it shows in the relationships that I have with my farmers. If you can't say the name of the person who produces your meat, you probably shouldn't eat it. We're very happy to be Kentucky proud, and we'll be that way as long as we're open.
One of the slogans at Taco Punk is that it's slow food, fast. It takes a long time to make it, but you get it when you want it.
The chicken we get comes on the bone. It's a whole chicken. So we're butchering, we're cooking. One of the best things to do to bring out the natural flavor, and particularly meat, is a smoker. Got our chickens in there for our mole. Everything that we smoke gets a basic rub of black pepper, cumin, salt, and New Mexico chili powder. The wood is hickory. Hickory's native to Kentucky, so we like to use that.
The smoked chicken goes into one of the most popular tacos served at Taco Punk, and while smoking the local meat is one secret, the other is Gabe's Mexican mole.
Mole is basically just meat sauce. There's a saying that for every cook in Mexico, there's a mole, so for every cook in America, there's also a mole too now. We've got some nice chicken fat here. This is rendered off of the chickens when we're done with them. What we're doing is we're starting with some garlic and some onions, and that'll form the base flavor of the mole. We'll get these nice and brown. One of the characteristics of mole is its inclusion of nuts, but because we're trying to run a restaurant that is fairly free of allergens, we just use seeds in the mole. So we've got some nice sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. We're gonna dump these in there and let them get some browning as well. So we're gonna put in the world's favorite spice, so some basic black pepper, and then cumin. Pretty much every recipe in Mexico has cumin in it. It's actually, the aromatic qualities of cumin actually make you salivate. Little secret weapon there. Throw in some cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. So at this point, we got a nice toast. It's nice and dark. Our pumpkin seeds are starting to pop, which means they're nice and toasted. So we're just gonna deglaze with a little rice wine vinegar.
He uses that rice wine vinegar because it doesn't contain gluten.
This allows us to pretty much make all of our vinegar-containing items gluten-free, which means all our salsas, sauces, guacamole. We got some nice fresh tomatoes I bought yesterday. Putting those in there. We got some chicken stock that we made. It's going in. We got some cilantro stems. The cilantro stem has great flavor in it. It's just a little stemmy, so you gotta do a little cook on it and you'll be fine. We got some nice fresh oregano that we picked out of our garden just across the street. We've also got some pineapple cores. The great thing about pineapple is that it has an enzyme in it that actually helps to tenderize protein. So once the chicken simmers in this stuff for a little bit, it just falls right apart. And we've also got some oranges here, an orange peel. Took the bitter pith out of those.
And then something you won't find on store shelves, 3 different chili pastes that are all made in-house.
We have Guajillo chilies, which is the most popular chili in Mexico. Then we have New Mexico chili, which is a little darker, more earthy, robust chili. And then we have the Pasilla Nero chili.
The mole gets a spoonful of each, on top of everything else.
And then quite a bit of the Guajillo. So that's just gonna sit there and simmer for a while, let the flavors really get together and have a nice little fiesta in there.
And when it's almost ready, in comes the secret ingredient, chocolate.
So we've got some dark chocolate pistols here. And we're gonna put about a pound and a half in here. We don't want a lot of sugar in here. We want the deep, rich cocoa flavor. It adds a depth of flavor and just kind of a luxury and unctuousness. All right, this is Abby. She's one of our crew leaders, and she's gonna make one of the chicken mole tacos for you. Start out with our homemade tortilla there. Get a nice little portion of our chicken mole, and that's a whole smoked chicken. We pull it with breast and leg meat. So we're gonna do our side of beans and rice. And then over here, we have our little toppings bar, fresh sliced cabbage, pickled onions, raw jalapenos, and fresh cilantro. We also have some nice heirloom tomatoes, so we'll throw a couple of those on there. And that's the finished taco.
It's a finished taco in more ways than one. I can see why that's a favorite here. Well, if you're looking for the secrets to that mole sauce or any of the other recipes you've seen on our show, you'll find them at newlocaltv.com.
And you'll also find the recipe for this, Taco Punk's authentic salsa verde. It's easy to make at home when you learn the secrets. That's coming up. Plus, healthy and hearty fish tacos when Secrets of Louisville chefs return.
Kevin Harned with you again with more Secrets of Louisville chefs, this time with authentic Mexican food, or as they like to call it here at Taco Punk, Fresh Mex.
Literally everything from the tortilla to the salsa is made by hand from scratch every day.
The recipes are authentic Mexican. Some that chef and owner Gabe Souter actually brought back from a trip south of the border.
We do 5 basic types of salsa.
He also has his own hot sauce. And you know it's hot with a name like Drain Cleaner.
People kept telling me that my hot sauce wasn't hot enough, so I just decided to make the hottest sauce I could possibly make. We end up moving about 2 gallons of Drain Cleaner a week, which is way more than I ever imagined.
But you don't have to be a glutton for heat to enjoy Taco Punk. In fact, whatever your diet calls for, you'll probably find it here.
Probably about 75% of our menu is gluten-free.
That includes the salsas and the guacamole, which is some of the best you'll ever taste.
The guacamole, I take pretty much the most traditional approach possible. We just use fresh avocados. We don't use avocado pulp. We add some cilantro, salt, garlic, and a little bit of sour cream, and that's it. And it's pure and natural and very good and gluten-free.
While there's a dedication to serving healthy food here, there's also a dedication to keeping the environment healthy. Appropriate, since right next door is the Green Building.
We decided that it was going to be a really good idea from the very get-go to start out as green as possible. If you're doing this farm-to-table stuff, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to serve it on styrofoam.
About 80% of the waste that leaves Taco Punk is recyclable or compostable, taking a lot of stress off of our local landfills.
And even though the food you get here could be considered gourmet, it won't put a lot of stress on your wallet either. It's all part of the plan.
One of the things that always bothered me about working at the higher end restaurants was the difficulty for other cooks, artists, my friends basically, to come in and eat and experience this beautiful, wonderful food. So I felt as though really high quality food was being shoved into an elite category. And so this is my effort to kind of provide slow food for the masses. Like I say, slow food fast. Hey, we can take farm to table ideas, the hospitality ideas behind fine dining, and merge these into a quick service. Hi, this is Patty. This is one of our awesome crew members, and she's going to show us our fish taco. We start out with Alaskan cod.
The cod is coated with a dry Mexican chili rub and then seared on a cast iron grill.
She's going to do the punk style.
Punk style is fresh cabbage, pickled red onion, cilantro, and jalapeno.
And then one of the nice things that we do for the fish taco is we've got some chili lime mayonnaise that we put on there. That's a pretty big favorite. And it's made with our chili paste, the Guajillo chili paste, lime juice, mayonnaise.
The chili lime mayo is something you can do at home, as is this, Taco Punk's Salsa Verde.
This is one of my favorite salsas that we do here. These are our fresh tomatillos. We get those in fresh, husk them out, and throw them on the grill. The grilling is nice because it does give a smoky flavor to them.
After making some room in the blender, fresh onion goes in, along with charred onions and serrano chilies.
We got the jalapenos going in there. We got our rice vinegar, lime juice.
Next, a big handful of fresh cilantro and poblano peppers that have been cooked in Taco Punk's smoker for about 4 hours and then pureed. Mix all that up, add it back to the tomatillos, and you're ready to go. Authentic Salsa Verde. Great with tacos, or just about anything else for that matter. Remember, you can get the recipe for that and the secrets to all the other dishes you see on Secrets online at newlocaltv.com.
A big thanks to Gabe Souter and the Taco Punk family for hosting us. What a place. Hope you'll come down to the Nulu district here on Market Street and give it a try. Or at the very least, log on to newlocaltv.com and print out the recipes. Try it in your own home. I'm Kevin Harnett. For all of us at B&B Productions, we'll see you next time on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
The secret is
Secrets. Secrets.
Give you one more secret.
Secrets.
that's the secret. Yep. Taco Punk. It won't make you woo-hoo your pants.